left to right. Braden Smith, Trey, Kaufman-Renn, Fletcher, Loyer. I got microphones. Raise your hand, we'll get it to you. Nathan, go ahead.
Fletcher, can you kind of take us through the defensive game plan tonight, or at least especially what you feel like you did much better this time than the first time you played him on guys like Dorn and Wright?
Yeah, well, we gave up one offensive rebound, so that helped. But also just eliminating dribble drive and staying tight on the shooters.
Trey, how much do you guys need this?
What do you mean? Can you explain? Just the win, or?
In terms of where you guys were after the Michigan game, but also wanting to beat Indiana in your last game, presumably your last game with them.
Yeah, I mean, before the Michigan game, I mean, we're still we're headed in the right direction as a team. Michigan's a really good team. You know, I felt like we did a lot of good things. And, yeah, I mean, I think it just shows kind of our growth throughout the year. We're a different team than what we were when we played Indiana the first time. And we were locked in. We still have a lot to work on, but I just like where we are. I like the guys that we have.
Braden, you said before the game you had to treat it like a normal game. It was a normal game, but is there something extra to ending your career with this rivalry with a performance like that?
No, it's nice to get a win, and obviously by that margin. But I think for us, like, that's our expectation every game that we play, and obviously that's not always the turnout. But like that's what we always strive for and try to do. And I think that it was just a good response from us. And obviously we had Michigan on Monday or Tuesday, whatever day that was. And obviously they're a tough team, and we wish we could have had some things back there. And obviously once you come off a loss, you got to be prepared to not have two losses back to back. So I thought we responded really well and was able to kind of push that lead out early and kind of just shut them out from there and not let them get back into it.
This is for all of you. You guys combined for 53 total, the trio of you. Just being able to do this all together against this team and knowing what's at stake, you know, what do you think has worked well in this relationship that the three of you share?
I think just playing together for 4 years really helps. And obviously we've played every single type of basketball game probably possible. Have lost some really bad games, have won some really good games. So I think we've pretty much seen it all, and that's obviously our expectation as competitors is to always perform like that. And then like I just mentioned, like that's not always the case, so we got to figure out different ways when that's not the case to still, you know, get an advantage and win a basketball game. And I thought like tonight we were able to score and put the ball in the hoop, which obviously helps. But no, I mean it's the expectation for us, and that's not to make it like make anybody less. It's just like that's just how we hold ourselves to that standard, and we hold each other accountable. So
Yeah, and then when you have 4 years together, I think that really, I mean, it helps so much because our games evolve, you know, with each other. You know, I knew I had to, you know, when I'm coming in, I'm playing the five. I didn't have the short roll. I didn't have the floater, but playing with Braden, I had to learn that. You know, I had to learn that I can't shoot the ball every time, even though I want to. You know, we have Fletcher on our team. You know, he's shooting 40-50% from three, best year in the country. And so, you know, they've allowed me to grow so much as a player, like being able to play alongside of them.
Trey, just the importance of defensive rebounding for you guys tonight. They only get one offensive rebound, and how much did that fuel your offense in some fashion?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been, you know, the biggest thing for us all year is when we can get defensive rebounds and when we can push the ball in transition and get easy points. That's when we're at our best. And so, I mean, today's no different.
Trey, when they started out double teaming you in the post early, with your guys making threes early, how much did you feel like that kind of opened things up for you inside?
Yeah, I mean, it's always, you know, based on their coverage, right? You know, if they're going to double me, then my job is to kick it out, and we're going to hit open shots. But then, you know, it got to the point where if they're playing one-on-one coverage, it's my job to score. And as long as I'm efficient doing that, you know, that's what we want. Then they start doubling again, we start kicking it out. So it's really pick your poison. I think Coach Payne's done a great job of allowing, you know, that push and pull.
As more bench players get more time on the court, especially with people such as Omer Mayer. How has that impacted the team overall this season?
Who's that too?
All of them. Sorry.
I think it's great. I think we have a lot of guys that really care about this team and this school winning basketball games, so they put in a lot of work. So to see guys go out there and perform like Omer, who kind of struggled early on in the year, to go out and hit shots, it's just credit to all the work he puts in, and same with those other guys, that Shikari, Benner, Daniel, everybody that comes in off the bench, Liam, everybody.
Right. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead. Someone go.
For Braden, just obviously you guys were playing through Trey early in the game. How did that open things up for you to see what they were doing from a help perspective, and how big of a deal was that, you guys shooting 67% tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you have someone that can score almost 115% of the time on the block one-on-one, I think you just kind of throw it in there and let him go play. And I truly believe that, and I think he believes that himself. And obviously when they double, then it's kind of nice. Like, I get an open shot here and there, and obviously we have shooters that are able to get open looks, and I think that's obviously nice for us. And obviously when they go in, they got to make adjustments, because if not, then we're just going to keep hitting shots. But if not, that like what happened, they switched it up, and they ended up staying with shooters, and Trey went one-on-one, and like I said, you saw the result of that.
Fletcher, it feels like these last several games, the ball movement has been pretty strong, and also the free throws you guys are shooting, the number is ratcheting up. Do you feel like there's any correlation there? Are you seeing things happening better on offense that are putting teams in tougher spots?
Not really. No, I think we're just kind of taking what they give us and making the right play.
Fletcher, did this team need to show a killer instinct? You've let some teams get back into games when they had big leads at points this year, and you came out in the second half and just buried them from the get-go.
No, it was us just doing what we talk about doing. It was obviously good to beat them by a lot. You don't want to lose to IU twice, but it was fun.
Is there anything else? Thank you, guys.